On the 12th of October, 1492, at 2 a.m., 3 ships approached the shores of an island that was called Guanahani by the people who dwelt there. Tierra! Tierra! They'd found what they came looking for. They'd found the land where never mankind dwelt. A group of over 700 islands scattered just mere miles off the coast of what we now know as Florida. The Spanish traveled to this side of the world, and Christopher Columbus, the man who started the colonization and conquest of the Western world, gave the islands this name, Bahamian, or shallow seas. To many, it's a name synonymous with luxury vacations, sunny beaches, and clear waters. But to those who know better, it is one country of many where the most remarkable people ever made were shipped abroad in shackles and chains. Yes, there lies a story in these islands that, while unbeknownst to the majority of the population, would put the likes of Harry Potter or Game of Thrones to shame. This is our story. First from Jerusalem, and then to the west coast of Africa, and now to the Bahamas, a royal people has been scattered across the globe. In shackles and chains were we plucked from off of our land and taken onto slave ships. And as the children of Israel decreased, evils increased. There's something within the children of Israel that simply doesn't exist within any other nation. And today, the evidence of that strength is made a tourist attraction. Enter the 66 Steps. A marvel of human hardship and tenacity, and a gruesome picture to paint.
All right, shalom, shalom. I'm Captain Severus.
I'm Officer Elijah.
Officer Nehemiah.
All right, so right now we are at Queen's Staircase, okay? If you've been watching Deacon Nightthorn's Hidden History, this came out, Queen's Staircase. We're here now at Bahamas now, and we're gonna go visit the Queen's Staircase that was built by the slaves. Nehemiah, right now he's on the plantation right now, he's working, so this is what he does. So he's gonna go over a brief little history of the Queen's Staircase.
All right, so basically we have the Queen's Staircase, which is made out of this precious resource that we use in the Bahamas called limestone. All right, so the stone is very soft, not that hard to actually carve into, but actually the slaves that actually built this stairs, it was actually like a punishment, because most of the slaves who built this staircase actually tried to escape. So it was a punishment that was sent down by the Queen, saying that all of the slaves who tried to escape, make sure that they only have a hammer and a chisel to actually construct this whole staircase, 66 staircase. All right, so that's what we're going to view now. We're going to see the work of our forefathers, how they had to carve into this limestone and created these 66 steps. All right, which should now be called the Queen's Staircase.
It was over 600 slaves that actually did it. 600.
So 600.
Yes, sir.
600 slaves. You hear that? So let's go ahead. We're gonna go straight to it. We're here. Shalom.
It took 600 slaves 16 years of 18-hour days to carve what you see now, with nothing more than cold chisels and hammers. The entire hand-carved area is 90 feet deep, 150 feet long, and 50 feet wide. They have it covered now, but before you would have actually been able to look inside, where you would see a cave-like tunnel system that ran from the fort straight underground and out to the port. See, this route served the purpose of offering a tactical retreat option in the case of attack by foreign armies or pirates. In the event that the fort was overthrown, the secret tunnel would allow them to escape and get to their boats without the enemy knowing.
As you see, I hope you heard what Officer Nehemiah was bringing out. So it wasn't just the steps. It wasn't just the steps. As you can see, it was the whole area. That's why the 600 slaves was used. Okay, and when you check to the left, look at that. All the fountains and everything, that was all carved. All that was done.
British, they had to go and they had to regroup and they had to come back with more force, and then they chased the Americans away, and then they gained total control of the island once again.
Oh, so that was the revolution.
Yeah, and that actually happened to the fort at Fort Montague. That's where that particular incident happened.
Okay.
Where they overran the fort and they took total control. They took down the American flag, and they took down the British flag, and they flown the American flag. And then the British, they left and they came back with more soldiers, and then they retook the fort and they retook control of the island.
Oh, so Esau against Esau.
Yeah, Esau against Esau.
Man.
It's another example of what Chris in the field as well, eh?
Hey, right. And that also proves and shows you that, look, if we able to build this, imagine those pyramids was nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Those pyramids were nothing. The ones that Pharaoh forced us to build.
This guy, he was so educated when it comes down to history that he don't know his nationality, you know. But very educated fella. He passed away I think it was a few months ago. He used to be sitting right on this rock, and he would tell you historical facts about anything dealing with the Bahamas. I talk him on the drop of a dime. His mind was like a computer, you know. But unfortunately, he passed away. Because I spoke to him, I think of like about 2 weeks before he passed, and I was just trying, hey, brother, you got all this information. Do you know that you're Israel? Do you see any connection with the people here on the people of the book who actually came here as slaves? And he's blank. He don't know nothing. He can tell you everything else.
All the other history, but
all that part of history.
The main history.
He don't know nothing.
Oh man.
And you see, here comes Esau again. Coming to see the works of the forefathers.
The blood, sweat, and tears of hundreds of Israelites lay soaked into the limestone and asphalt. And yet, today, this area is known as the Queen's Staircase. The queen of the same nation that enslaved, raped, pillaged, and robbed our people without any care given to them, under the guise that by her, slavery was abolished. But slavery was not abolished, only transformed. Present-day Nassau is only made different by smoke and mirrors. In actuality, there are ways our condition has worsened. We've been taught that our slave history was worth nothing, that it was only an interesting thing to learn about or something to read in your spare time. But the truth of the matter is that the pain of our past and the horrors of our history show us that we are the greatest nation to ever walk the face of the earth. The prophet Moses warned our people that the curses would be upon us for a sign and for a wonder that would last forever. The Bahamian man and Bahamian woman have been made to be complacent, for as it says in Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7, a gift destroyeth the heart. The fast food and the television, the Netflix, and all of the other things that give us comfort in our oppression. There is much work to be done to show our people who they are and to turn them back to the Bible and the truth that is in it. The Lord has hired men to do the job. Able men, men of renown, following in the footsteps of Elijah the prophet, turning the hearts of the children back to their fathers. Right now, there are many waiting to hear their story. To know that the blood that flows through their veins is worth more than any passport on this earth. So first things first, you either pick your name or you pick a curse. Stay tuned for episode 2 of Bahamian, a passport, not a nationality, where we'll be paying a second visit to somewhere you may have seen the prophets visit before.